In today's video, we're going to cover a few common issues that occur on the 5-volt circuit within your M&M control panel. We're metering our circuit with a Fluke 87 Model 3. Here we set the reading to direct voltage. You can see where we are on the board by this power connector, with TP42 as our plus 5-volt power and TP43 as our digital ground. Connect the test leads as shown. As I'll show in a moment, this 5-volt circuit also powers your display, meaning sometimes technicians will replace hard parts that are still good because they did not first check this circuit for proper voltage. Now that we're connected to and reading from the 5-volt test points, let's use our test bench to lower the voltage. Watch closely as the display fades, approaching the lowest operating voltage at 4.7. Anything lower than 4.7 volts and the display will cut out. The panel might even reset. More on that in a moment. Raising the voltage past 5 again, we can see the display come back to life. And now pushing past the operating voltage, you can see how the screen actually starts fading out with low contrast. If your power supply is not regulating voltage properly, it's possible to get this washout look with a voltage level that's too high. Since it's hard to see on camera, here's another shot of the display washing out as it approaches 5.3 volts. This technique can be duplicated on any panel utilizing our latest large microprocessor board. Let's take a look at the same test procedure on a Recip controller panel now. For this board, the plus 5-volt test point is TP27. Our digital ground is on TP28. With our leads hooked up and reading the 5-volt circuit, we can now monitor the voltage. I'm going to wiggle the power cable to show you a common issue with some older hardware. Pushing the cable over, putting some pressure on the connector, we can see the panel reset. You can watch the display cut out and voltage drop below 4.7 like I was talking about before. Pushing the cable back to where it was seated, we can watch the power being restored and system coming back online. For this reason, we always advise checking the connector and cable with a pull test to make sure they're firmly seated in the socket. In extreme cases, pulling on the cables will allow you to discover if a connector is loose, or even worse, if a cable is broken. These were a few quick tips on how to check the 5-volt circuit on your M&M control system panel. As you can see, when this 5-volt circuit is out of spec or not energized, it can cause some strange symptoms within the system. If you have a dim display, I would always recommend checking this 5-volt channel first, especially on screw or master panels. After that, checking cables is a good way to rule out what may be a simple fix before resorting to something as extreme as replacing the entire microprocessor board. For more tips, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for personalized support or parts sales, you can call us at one of our branches with the contact info in the description below.